Imagine a world where the line between reality and the spirit realm dissolves, where ancient humans unlocked doors to other dimensions using nothing but plants and fungi. This isn't science fiction, it's history. Welcome to the hidden story of how psychedelics might have shaped prehistoric culture. For as long as humans have walked the earth, we've sought ways to alter our consciousness. From the first cave paintings to the rise of civilizations, our ancestors experimented with mind-altering substances, not just for fun, but for survival, spirituality, and perhaps even to unlock the secrets of the universe. Today, we're exploring whether these ancient drug users were onto something bigger. Did psychedelics shape the very foundation of human culture? Let's start our journey in the Paleolithic era, over 11,000 years ago, in the Tassili Niger region of Algeria. Here, archaeologists have discovered rock art depicting figures with mushroom-shaped heads, dancing in what appear to be shamanic rituals. These aren't just random doodles. They're some of the earliest hints of psychedelic use, specifically psilocybin mushrooms, known for inducing vivid hallucinations and spiritual experiences. Similar imagery appears across North Africa, from Algeria to Libya, around 5000 BCE. Meanwhile, in the Americas, evidence of psychoactive plants like mescal seeds, containing compounds similar to LSD, has been found in Texas, dating back to 6000 BCE. These seeds were likely used in rituals to induce visions. Fast forward to Europe, around 3000 years ago. In a cave on the island of Minorca, scientists found human hair samples containing traces of alkaloids like atropine and scopolamine, compounds found in nightshade plants. This is the earliest direct evidence of drug use in Europe, showing that our ancestors were already experimenting with powerful hallucinogens. But it's not just mushrooms and nightshade. In Western China, 2,500-year-old tombs contain wooden braziers with cannabis residue, suggesting its use in spiritual rituals. The Greek historian Herodotus even describes Scythians using cannabis in funeral rites around 450 BCE, a practice confirmed by archaeology. And in ancient Greece, the secretive Eleusinian Mysteries, a religious rite promising enlightenment, may have involved a potion called kykeon, possibly laced with LSD-like alkaloids from ergot fungus. In South America, a 1,000-year-old leather pouch from Bolivia contained traces of cocaine, DMT, and other psychedelics, showing a sophisticated knowledge of psychoactive plants. In Peru, the Chavan civilization used San Pedro cactus, rich in mescaline, for their sacred ceremonies. These examples show that psychoactive substances were used across continents, from Africa to Asia to the Americas, long before written history. Let's take a closer look at these substances. Psilocybin, found in certain mushrooms, induces vivid visual hallucinations, altered perceptions of time, and profound spiritual experiences. Cannabis, used in ancient China and Scythian rituals, brings euphoria and introspection, possibly aiding in communal bonding or mourning. Ayahuasca, a DMT-containing brew from South America, is known for intense visionary experiences, often involving encounters with spirits. Opium, found in 3,400-year-old pottery in Israel, offered sedative and dreamlike states, used both medicinally and ritually. So why did they do it? For many, these substances were gateways to the divine. Shamans used psychedelics to communicate with spirits, heal the sick, and divine the future. In Tassili Niger, the rock art likely depicts these trance-like states, where shamans believed they could travel between worlds. In Greece, the Eleusinian Mysteries promised initiates a profound spiritual experience, possibly through psychedelics, which was said to bring them closer to the gods and reveal the secrets of life and death. These rituals were so sacred that participants were sworn to secrecy, hinting at their transformative power. But psychedelics weren't just for spiritual elites. In some cultures, like the Chavan in Peru, their use was restricted to priests, reinforcing social hierarchies. In others, they were shared communally, fostering unity and shared experiences. This duality, exclusive versus inclusive use, highlights how psychedelics could both divide and connect people. Now let's talk about art. Have you ever looked at prehistoric rock paintings and wondered what inspired those strange, abstract patterns? Many researchers believe psychedelics played a role. The geometric shapes, animal-human hybrids, and otherworldly scenes in places like Ager resemble the visual effects reported by modern psychedelic users. Could it be that these substances unlocked new ways of seeing and expressing the world? Psychedelics are known to dissolve boundaries between self and other, between reality and imagination. For our ancestors, they might have been tools for creativity, helping them visualize concepts that were otherwise beyond words. But here's where it gets really wild. Terence McKenna, a philosopher and ethnobotanist, proposed what's called the Stoned Ape Hypothesis. He suggested that psilocybin mushrooms might have triggered a leap in human evolution. McKenna argued that consuming these mushrooms enhanced visual acuity, linguistic skills, and social bonding, helping early humans survive and thrive. Imagine this. A group of early humans stumbles upon a field of magic mushrooms. They eat them, experience vivid hallucinations, and suddenly, their world expands. They see patterns, make connections, and communicate in ways they never could before. Over time, this could have led to the development of language, art, and complex social structures. But not everyone buys this. Critics say there's no direct evidence linking psychedelic use to cognitive leaps. They argue that other factors, like environmental changes or the development of agriculture, could explain cultural advancements. Still, McKenna's idea is tantalizing. It suggests that our fascination with psychedelics might be hardwired into our DNA. Of course, not all scholars agree on the extent of psychedelic influence. Some argue that the evidence is circumstantial. For example, the exact composition of the Eleusinian kykeon is still debated. Some believe it was just barley and water, not a psychedelic brew. And while rock art might look like psychedelic visions, it could also represent natural phenomena or other cultural symbols. Others point out that major cultural shifts, like the transition to agriculture around 10,000 BCE, might have had a bigger impact on society than drug use. After all, farming led to settled communities, which in turn influenced religion, art, and social organization. These skeptics remind us to approach the evidence with caution, as our modern lens might overemphasize the role of psychedelics. So, where does this leave us? Were psychedelics the secret sauce of prehistoric culture? Or are we reading too much into the evidence? It's a question that continues to divide experts, and it's one that might never be fully answered. What we do know is this. For thousands of years, humans across the globe used psychoactive substances as tools for spirituality, creativity, and connection. From psilocybin mushrooms in Africa to cannabis in Asia and ayahuasca in South America, these substances were woven into the fabric of prehistoric life. Today, as we rediscover the potential of psychedelics for therapy and personal growth, it's fascinating to think that our ancestors might have been pioneers in this realm. They didn't just use these substances, they revered them as sacred, as keys to understanding the mysteries of existence. So, what do you think? Did psychedelics shape prehistoric culture? Or is there another explanation for the evidence we've uncovered? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this journey through time, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the unknown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.